folks. It's been a while, but right now we're going to get ready for this camp we're doing. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with something simple, and we're just going to be able to take an animation from an asset that we downloaded off the asset store, for instance, and being able to play it. So this is just basically going to be a one-off animation, so there's no funny business here. So when one clicks the play button, the animation plays until the user clicks the stop button. Now this is just going to be simple because for the camp we're doing, we're just going to have a repetitive animation going on, probably for some objects, to give them that flair and moving around. So for instance, I will show you an object right here that I made with an animation tied to it. So let's drag and drop one of those objects. So you can see right here we have a wagon looking object. I'm going to probably get one with so the object of this video is we're going to make these wheels move. I already have an animation with the wheels moving, but how do we get it to play? Because I'll show you presently when we press the play button. We'll get into the rest of this later. And then when we go into scene, the wheels are not moving, nothing's happening. I think I might actually have a colored version of this. So I'll get a better version real quick, like so. There we go. That looks better. Now, as you can see right here, this wagon right here has wheels that are textured, but we want to see them move. So what we got to do first is let's select the entire thing. I'm going to delete this wagon real quick. And we want to go to our animation controller. It shouldn't have one. So when you first open one, it should look empty like this. It should also come with an avatar. Just make sure not to mess with the avatar. So the avatar is basically the skeleton of the animation. So the skeleton of this wagon, for instance, is just 4 wheels moving. I didn't actually add anything to the neck of the wagon, so it's just going to be the wheels moving. But what we got to do first is create an animation controller. So let's go to animation, animation controller. Now let's name it something like WagCont. Now, let's make sure that you have this window open. If you don't have it open so far, it's called the animator window. You go into Windows, and then you go into Animation, and that'll open an animation window. Now, this thing looks pretty complicated at first, but all we need to do is be able to take one animation clip and play it on this board right here. So as you can see down here, we have all the spaces right here, but it comes with something called a take one. So takes, like in movies, allow you to see scenes play out. So this is an animation scene technically, except if you had multiple animations. For this one, we only have one animation, so that's all we're going to deal with. And it also comes with the avatar that should have went into the editor as we saw it. So let's drag and drop take one right into here. So when we click the entry, this line goes right to take one, and take one basically is the wheels moving. So I'll show you what you need to do now. Let's go into our scene, click on the wagon, and let's drag and drop our animation controller that we just made. It's called WagCont. So WAG controller right here. So when we have all this set up, we don't need to bother with root motion, as I said before. We'll just go right in and play the scene. So when we play the scene, I'll go into scene. So you can see right here, the wheels are turning. Now, you might need to use a script in order to make the cart move forward, but for our purposes, the animation is working. So if one of the campers asked you how to put in their animation that comes with the packet that they downloaded from the store, you can just follow these simple steps and they'll have a complete understanding and a fully working animation. Thank you.